So student, welcome in this CET lecture. So today's CET lecture, we will discuss about the growth rate and along with that the two types of growth. So student, remember in this topic we are going to discuss this growth rate and the types of growth in detail as like the NEET level or as per the NEET level. We will discuss about that growth. Okay, growth rate, and the types of growth. Okay, so this growth rate, and we have to discuss separately there the types of growth. Okay, so this growth rate, what is the growth rate or what is the growth where we are defined? It is the irreversible change. Okay, it is the irreversible change means the growth. Okay, we saw the definition of growth, but what is the growth rate? Okay, so that growth of the individual with respect to time, when we consider the growth with respect to time, we call it is the growth rate. So actually it is the growth per unit time. Okay, it is the growth rate. Okay, growth rate means the growth per unit time. Okay, growth per unit time, it is called as a growth rate. Okay, this growth rate, it is also called as the efficiency index. Okay, efficiency index. So this is the growth rate. Growth means how much growth seen in a particular time or within the particular time, it is called as a growth rate. Okay, then we have to study now the actual the absolute growth rate. Okay, absolute growth rate. So let's say the absolute, okay, absolute growth rate. Okay, absolute growth rate. So for this student, as per your textbook, we are to consider for knowing the absolute growth rate, we have to consider in the laboratory when there is a culture of the cell. Okay, suppose this is the nutrient medium. Okay, this is the nutrient medium, and all that nutrient medium, suppose the cells are growing. Okay, cells are growing. So these are these cells. They grow over this nutrient medium. Then remember, after a certain time interval, the cell number increases because the cell they divide and redivide again and again, and after a certain time interval, what we observe there, we observe the increasing number of the cells. So with respect to this, we have to find out the absolute growth rate. So this absolute growth rate, we have to abbreviate in the form of AGR. Okay, AGR means it is the absolute growth rate. So the absolute growth rate, it means it is the rate of change of cell number. Okay, it means it is the ratio of the rate of change of cell number. Okay, it is the ratio of the rate of change of cell number to the rate of the time interval, to the rate of the time interval. Okay, okay, rate of the time interval. Actually, this ratio means it is the absolute growth rate. So this absolute growth rate, this rate of change of cell number. That for that rate of change, okay, for that this rate of change, we use the letter small d, and for this cell number we use the letter small n. So this is the dn, means it is the rate of change of cell number. Okay, a rate of change of cell number means suppose in this nutrient medium, okay, in this nutrient medium, how much cells are visible during the initial stage? Suppose the 3 cells are visible. Then after a certain time, that number increases. So that number, it will be the 16 in number, it will be the 20 in number, it will be the 25 in number. So that number is increases. That number, they increases there. So that, but that number increases after a certain time interval. So it is the ratio of, means absolute growth rate, means it is the ratio of change of cell number to the rate of the time interval. So it is divided by the rate of, okay, rate of the time interval for that d, and for the time interval we use the letter small t. Okay, we use the letter small t. So the absolute growth rate means AGR, okay, AGR is equal to dn divided by dt. Okay, dn divided by dt. Here the d stands for the rate of change. Okay, d stands for rate of change, and n stands for the cell number. Okay, n stands for the cell number, and the t stands for the time interval. Okay, so after certain time interval, the cell number will be changed. Okay, so it is called as the absolute growth rate. Okay, it is the absolute growth rate. Then student, on the basis of this absolute growth rate, we are to find out the relative growth rate. Okay, we have to find out the relative growth rate. So say the relative growth rate. Relative growth rate. So this relative growth rate means it is the RGR. Okay, relative growth rate. This relative growth rate, it is the ratio of the absolute growth rate per the number of cell formed in medium. Okay, per the number of cell formed in medium, means the relative growth rate is equal to the absolute growth rate divided by the n, means the number of cell. Okay, means what? It is the number of cell formed in the medium. Okay, number of cell formed in medium, it is called as a relative growth rate. Okay, it is the relative growth rate. So absolute growth rate, okay, absolute growth rate in the sense after certain time interval, at that time the what is actually growth took place. Okay, and it is divided by the actual number of cell present in that medium initially. Okay, it is called as the relative growth rate. So in other words, that relative growth rate means it is the ratio of the growth in given time. Okay, or we can explain rather different way the relative growth rate. It is the ratio of the growth in given time. Okay, it is the ratio of the growth in given time. Okay, it is the ratio of growth in given time divided by the initial growth. Okay, divided by the initial growth. Divided by initial growth. So it is called as the relative growth rate. Okay, it is called as a relative growth rate. Means, remember student here, suppose we are started maintaining the cell culture, okay, or we begin from a certain time, we have started that culture right from this certain time. Then after time interval, in the sense after 1 hour or after 2 hours or after 3 hours, what we observe there, we observe the increase in number of cells in that nutrient medium. Okay, so after 2 hours, how much number of the cells are formed in that nutrient medium? It is called as the growth in given time. Okay, it is called as the growth in given time. It is divided by initial growth, in the sense initial growth means initially how much number of cells are present in nutrient medium, means at its beginning. Okay, at its beginning. So it is called as the relative growth rate. So I think student, you understand well what is meant by this absolute growth rate and the relative growth rate. In the absolute growth rate, what we saw there, we saw the actual rate of change of cell number. Okay, the rate of the rate of change of cell number for the rate of the time interval. It is called as the absolute growth rate. Okay, it is called as the absolute growth rate. Then in this relative growth rate, what we are saying it is the ratio of the absolute growth rate per number of cells present in that medium. Okay, or that relative growth rate means the growth in given time interval, means after a certain time, per the initial growth, means initially how much number of cells present in that nutrient medium. It is called as the relative growth rate. So student, this absolute growth rate and the relative growth rate, they are utilized for describing the dynamics of the cells in the nutrient medium. Okay, dynamics of the cells in the nutrient medium. So what is the dynamics of the cells? Okay, what is the dynamics of the cells in the nutrient medium? Remember, with the help of this, the relative growth rate and the absolute growth rate, we are to use these two growth rate for the describing the dynamics of the cell in the nutrient medium. What is the dynamics of the cell? The dynamics of the cell in the sense the population of the cell in the nutrient medium, means how much population of the cells they are generated inside that nutrient medium after a certain time interval. So for that, these two growth rates, means absolute growth rate and the relative growth rate, they are utilized. Okay, they are utilized. So remember student, this is the growth rate as per your syllabus. Okay, this is the growth rate as per your syllabus. Then we will move towards the next part, the types of growth. Okay, types of growth. So let's see the types of growth. There are the two types of growths are included in our syllabus. Okay, the two types of growth. The first one, it is arithmetic growth. Okay, first type of growth, it is arithmetic growth. Okay, and the second type of growth, the geometric growth. The second growth, it is the geometric. Okay, second type of growth, it is a geometric growth. So see, the first type of growth, it is the arithmetic growth. Okay, first one, it is the arithmetic growth. Remember, this arithmetic growth, okay, this arithmetic growth, this growth, it is the constant growth. Okay, it is the constant growth, that growth, it is constantly takes place in the growing root apex, and it is also seen towards the growing shoot apex. So this growth, it is constant. Okay, the growth, it is constant. Constant in the sense, the constantly takes place in the growing or during the elongation of the root. Such type of the arithmetic growth is same. Okay, here in this arithmetic growth, what we observe, the constantly growth takes place in the sense that growth, suppose there the 2 centimeter growth, it is followed by there is a formation of the 4 centimeter growth, 6 centimeter growth, 8 centimeter growth. So such a type of the growth, it is continuously takes place during the elongation of the roots. Okay, during the elongation of root, it's such a type of the constant growth, it is seen. Okay, but in this growth, what happened? During the mitotic division of the meristematic cell, so suppose this is the meristematic cell, okay, we have to represent that meristematic cell, okay, meristematic cell with the help of this type of the dots. Then after this mitotic division, what happened? Mitotic division in this meristematic cell, the 2 cells are formed. Okay, 2 cells are formed. So these 2 cells, in the formed 2 cells, okay, the one cell remains meristematic. Okay, one cell remains meristematic, and another cell they get the maturation and differentiation. Okay, they undergo the maturation. Okay, maturation and differentiation. Okay, and only they one cell again they remain meristematic. Okay, one cell they remain meristematic. See, again in the next division, what happened? This meristematic cell, okay, this meristematic cell they divide, and how much number of the cells they form? As usual, this meristematic cell they remain meristematic. Okay, they remain meristematic, and they form the another cell. Okay, they form this another cell. This is the previously formed cell. Okay, so this cell, it is shown here. This is again the previously formed cell. But these cells, they undergo the maturation and differentiation. Same way, these formed new cells, they undergo the maturation and differentiation. In the sense, in our total, these 2 cells, they undergo the maturation and differentiation. Okay, maturation and differentiation. Again, the same thing is happen. In the next division again, what happened? The cells are formed. Okay, the one cell they remain meristematic. Okay, the one cell they remain meristematic, and the cells are formed. Okay, this formed cells means this is the first, second, and third. These 3 cells they undergo the maturation and the differentiation. Okay, maturation and the differentiation. So what happens, student, here? Because of such a type of the growth, that particular plant part, they shows their continuous growth, and that growth, it is constant, and it is constantly takes place. Means initially what we observed, that suppose the height, it is 2 centimeter, it is followed by the 4 centimeter, it is followed by 8 centimeter, it is followed by the next number, means the 10 centimeter, like this way. The length of that the growing root apex or the growing root, it is seen. So what we conclude here? We conclude that growth, it is constant. Means that such a type of the growth, it is called as the arithmetic growth. Okay, such type of growth, it is called as a arithmetic growth. So remember, student, this arithmetic growth, okay, it is seen in the elongation of the root. Okay, it is seen in the elongation of the root. So this arithmetic growth, it shows the linear curve when we plot a graph. So let's see how the arithmetic growth they shows the linear curve. Okay, how this arithmetic growth they shows the linear curve. So let's see. See, suppose this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. Okay, so as usual, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So on the x-axis, we take the time. Okay, we take the time on the x-axis. So this is the time. For that time, we write the small t. And here on the y-axis, it is what we take. We take the height of the plant or the length of the plant. So here it is height of the plant. Okay, height of the plant. We have to measure that height of the plant in centimeter. Okay, in centimeter. So for that height of the plant, we use the letter capital L. Okay, we use the letter capital L, but that height we have to measure in centimeter. Then suppose this is here the 0, then the time interval, we have to take the time interval in hours. Okay, hours on the x-axis. Then here suppose this is the 1 hour, this is 2 hour, 3, 4 and 5 hours. So this is we have to say this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 hours. Then on the y-axis, we use the reading in centimeter. So suppose this is the 1 centimeter, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4 and this is 5 centimeter. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 centimeter. So in this the arithmetic growth, because of such a type of this cell division, okay, during the cell division, the one cell remain meristematic and another cell they undergo the maturation and differentiation. So because of this, the growth it shows in a constant way. The growth it is seen, and means that growth it is linear. Okay, that growth it is linear, and when we plot a graph, okay, when we plot a graph, whatever the graph we obtain the linear curve. Okay, linear curve in the sense. So suppose such a type of the linear curve is obtained. So this is the linear. Okay, linear curve it is seen. Okay. So we have the linear curve. Then this the linear curve, what it indicates, the growth it is constant, and that growth it is constantly takes place when we measure the growth with respect to time. Then this growth we can express mathematically by using the one mathematical equation. Okay, by using the one mathematical equation, we have to represent the arithmetic growth. So with the help of a very simple mathematical equation. So the mathematical equation which shows the arithmetic growth. That equation is the length at time t is equal to the length at the 0 time, or L0 or L0 plus RT. Okay, plus RT. So what is this, student? This LT, okay, LT means it is the length at time t. Okay, this LT in this equation, see, in this equation, this LT, okay, LT means it is length at time t. Okay, it is the length at time t. Then L naught or the L0 means it is the length at time 0. Okay, L naught or L0 means it is length at time 0. Okay, length at time the 0. Then what is this? The R. The R stands for, it is the growth rate. So this R means it is the growth rate. Okay, it is the growth rate. And what is the T? The T means it is the time of growth. So it is the time of growth. So the T means it is the time. Okay, it is the time of growth. Okay, it is the time of growth. So remember, student, that arithmetic growth, it is observed in the growing root, or it is seen in growing shoot where the apical meristems are situated. And that apical meristem, they shows a such type of the arithmetic growth, means they shows a linear growth. Okay, and that linear growth, we have to plot a graph with respect to the time on the x-axis and the increase in length or the height of that plant. When we take on the y-axis, we have the linear curve, and that the linear curve, this graph, we can represent by using the mathematical equation. In the sense, the arithmetic growth we have to represent with the help of this mathematical equation. See, student, with the help of this equation, we are to find out the growth of the plant at this certain time interval. Okay, so here with the help of this equation and with the help of this graph, we are to calculate the length of stem. Okay, length at time 5 hours. Okay, length at time 5 hours. In the sense, with the help of this the graph and with the help of this the mathematical equation which shows the arithmetic growth, with the help of this we are to calculate the length at time 5 hours. Okay, length at time the 5 hours. So let's say the length at time 5 hours. Suppose here in this linear curve, we can use the 2 points for find out the actual growth rate. Okay, suppose these are the 2 points. Okay, suppose these are the 2 points. This is the first point, and this is, suppose this is the another point. Okay, this is the another point. Then draw a perpendicular on the x-axis and y-axis. So you draw first the perpendicular from these 2 points on the x-axis. Okay, on this x-axis. So that perpendicular, suppose this is the perpendicular from this point on x-axis, it reach at the 3 number, means 3 hours, and this another perpendicular when we draw on the x-axis, they reach at the 2 hours. Okay, then same way you have to draw the perpendicular on this y-axis. Okay, so this is the perpendicular on the y-axis, and here this is the perpendicular on this y-axis. Okay, see, student, you have to increase this perpendicular like this way. Okay, so what we have, we have to calculate now the length at time 5 hours. Okay, we have to calculate the length at time 5 hours with the help of this equation. Okay, so what we calculate? That calculate length at time 5 hours. Okay, Okay, length at time 5 hours. So put the values. This length at time t, okay, length at time t. So what is that length at time t? Length at time 5 hours. Okay, length at time 5 hours. So see, this length at time 5 hours. So this equation, length at time t is equal to length at time 0. Okay, length at time 0. So what is that length at time 0? The length at time 0, it is 1 centimeter. Okay, so this is the initial growth. So the growth is never 0 at the initial stage. Okay, so initially what is the initial growth, or the length at time 0, or L naught growth, it is 1 centimeter. Okay, it is 1 centimeter. So here it is a 1. Okay, plus what is the RT? R stands for, it is the growth rate. Okay, growth rate. R means it is the growth rate. So what is the growth rate? The growth rate means actually the growth per unit time. So how we calculate the growth rate? See, the growth per unit time means what is the growth? This much growth is seen. Okay, this much growth is seen. So this growth. Okay, so this growth, this is the growth. So for this growth, we use the letter small a. And what is the time interval? The time required for this growth. It is, suppose this is a small b. Okay, so what is the R? R means it is the growth rate. The growth rate means the A by B. Why it is the A by B? It is the growth, actual growth per unit time. So what is the actual growth? The actual growth, it is A divided by this small b. So it is a by b. It is the growth rate into time interval. So what is that time interval? It is the 5 hours. So it is into 5. Okay, into 5. See, this put the values now. The 1 plus. So what is the A? Suppose on this y-axis, this is the y2. Okay, this is the y2 and this is the y1. Okay, this is the y1. Then on this the x-axis, this value, it is x2 and this value, it is x1. Okay, then what is the A? A means the y2 minus y1. Okay, y2 minus y1. So A means it is the y2 minus y1 divided by the small b means required time. It is the x2 minus x1. Okay, x2 minus x1 into 5. Now put the values again. The 1 plus y2 minus y1. So what is the y1? So y2 it is a 4 centimeter. So the 4 minus what is the y1? So suppose this y1, it is the 3 centimeter. Okay, 3 centimeter divided by what is the x2? The x2, it is a 3 centimeter. Okay, sorry, the x2, it is the time interval, it is 3 hours. Okay, so 3 minus 2. Okay, 3 minus 2 into 5. So how much it is? The 1 plus, okay, 1 plus 4, 4 minus 3. How much it is? The 4 minus 3, 1 divided by 3 minus 2, 1. Okay, 3 minus 2, 1 into 5. Okay, into 5. So how much it is, student? The 1 plus, okay, here it is the 1 divided by 1, it is a 1 into 5. Okay, 1 into 5. So how much it is? It is 1 plus 5 into 1. 5 means it is the 6 centimeter. Okay, 6 centimeter. This is the answer. Means the length at time t. Okay, what is that time? After 5 hours. okay, after 5 hours, that the growth of root or the shoot, it will be increased up to 6 centimeter, okay, up to 6 centimeter. So such a type of such type of the linear growth we can calculate with the help of this mathematical equation, okay, with the help of this mathematical equation. So I think, student, you understand well what is meant by the arithmetic growth, and what type of the graph they show when we plot by using the time on x-axis and the length or the height on the y-axis. It shows clear-cut linear curve, okay, and so on the basis of this graph, this arithmetic growth we can represent by using the mathematical equation, that is length at time t is equal to L0 or L0 plus RT. So by using this equation we can calculate the growth of we can calculate a such type of the linear growth at a certain time interval. I think, student, you understand well what is meant by this the arithmetic growth. Then the next type of the growth we have to say, now it is the geometric growth. Okay, now it is a geometric growth. So what is that, the geometric growth? So see now the geometric growth. Okay, let's see, student, the geometric growth. Okay, second type of the growth, it is geometric growth. Okay, geometric growth. This geometric growth, okay, in this geometric growth, what happened? This cell, suppose this is the first meristematic cell. Okay, this is the meristematic cell. They undergo division. Okay, they undergo the division. That division, it is a mitotic division. Then these formed cells, how much cells are formed after mitotic division? The 2 cells are formed. So these both formed cells, they remain meristematic. They never get differentiated. They never get maturation and differentiation, as like the previous arithmetic growth. In the geometric growth, formed 2 cells, they remain meristematic. Then they divide further. Okay, they divide further, and they form the 4 cells. Okay, they form the 4 cells. So these are the 4 cells. They form the 4 cells. Again, formed 4 cells. Okay, they remain meristematic and they divide again and again. Okay, they divide again and again. So remember, because of such a type of growth, the size of that plant body, it is increases. Along with that, the weight of that plant body, it is increases. But this growth, how it is takes place? Initially, such a type of the geometric growth, it is very slow. But after a certain period of time, that growth, it is faster, and that growth it is also called as the exponential phase. Yesterday or in previous lecture we saw what is meant by the exponential phase, or what is meant by the log phase. That log phase or that exponential phase or that exponential growth, it is seen after a certain time interval. Okay, but initially this geometric growth is slow and it required maximum time. But later in the stage of the division, that growth it become rapid. It become rapid, and that type of growth, it is called as a exponential growth, or it is also called as a logarithmic growth. Okay, or it is also called as a increasing phase. It is also called as an increasing phase. So we saw this in previous lecture. So remember, student, because of such a type of growth, how the cell number increases. Initially, suppose this is a single cell, then the 2 cells are formed, then there is a formation of the 4 cells, then there is a formation of 8 cells, and then there is a formation of the 16 cell. So like this way, the cell number, it is increases because of the geometric growth, but formed cells, they remain meristematic, they divide again and again. So because of a such a type of the growth, what type of the curve or what type of the graph we obtain? We obtain the sigmoid or S-shaped curve. We obtain the sigmoid or S-shaped, okay, sigmoid or S-shaped curve. So that curve we saw in yesterday's lecture. So when we plot a graph in geometric growth, what we obtain or what we see, what type of the graph we have there, the sigmoid or S-shaped curve we have, or the sigmoid or S-shaped curve is obtained. Because why such type of the curve is obtained? Because after the each division, the formed cells they become meristematic. Okay, formed cells they become meristematic, and so initially the growth is slow, but later in the stage of development, the growth is maximum. It is maximum. So here it shows a such type of this sigmoid or S-shaped curve, and that curve they shows the three different phases. That phases we are seen in previous lecture. That means lag phase, log phase, and the stationary phase. So such a type of the curve it is obtained because of the geometric growth. Same way as like the arithmetic growth, we can represent this geometric growth with the help of a one mathematical equation. So what is that mathematical equation? So with the help of the mathematical equation, okay, with the help of this the mathematical equation. So what is that mathematical equation? It is the W1, okay, W1 is equal to the W0, okay, W0 into e raised to RT, okay, e raised to RT. In this, what is this W1 and W0? So the W1 means it is the final size, okay, it is the final size. So see, the W1 means it is the final size, okay, final size means after certain time interval how much growth takes place there, that is the W1, okay, final size. Okay, we can calculate this W1. Then this W0, okay, W0 or the W0, it is the initial size, means initially how much growth is there. So it is the initial size. So see, this is the initial size. Okay, initial size on this y-axis. Okay, on this y-axis, this is the initial size. Means during the beginning, how much size of that plant part is there? That is the W0. Okay, and when we come at this point, this is the final size of that particular plant part. So that final size means this is the W1. Then this E. So what is the E? E, it is the base of natural logarithm. Okay, E means it is the base of natural logarithm. Okay, base of natural logarithm. So what is the base of natural logarithm? What is the value of E? The E is equal to 2.71. So this is the base of natural logarithm and it is a constant. Then what is the T? The T means it is the time of growth. So this is the T. Okay, T means it is the time of growth. Okay, it is the time of growth. And what is the R? R means it is the growth rate. Just like in previous the arithmetic growth, how we calculate or how we are calculated there the growth rate, same way we have to calculate in this the geometric growth. That growth rate we can calculate in the geometric growth. So this the R means it is the growth rate. Okay, it is the growth rate. So with the help of this formula, mathematical formula, we can calculate the final growth after a certain time interval. Okay, just like the previous type of the growth. Okay, just like we are seeing or we are calculated the arithmetic growth. Okay, we are calculated the arithmetic growth student with this the two types of the growth. What we have studied the growth rate and the type of the growth. Okay, growth rate and the type of growth. So with this student we will stop at this moment.